So, Tommy Fury thinks that he's a big fighter, and it's all because of KSI and Jake Paul. Why he believes he's a really big name, which is crazy to me because I could have called it. I could have called it, but nobody would have cared. He's not that big of a draw. He hasn't done anything outside of beat Jake and beat KSI in a controversial fashion. He beat KSI, which is arguably worse than Jake, in a controversial fight because I get Tommy's a professional and he's been boxing for years. He's been training to box for like years. I don't think he's been doing it since he was a kid. I don't think so. The reason I don't think so is because wasn't he doing... He probably was. You know what? He probably was. I don't know. All I'm going to say is that I made him more popular because I understand him versus Jake. I understand that made sense. But because he beat Jake, KSI's like, well, if I beat Tommy, I don't need to fight Jake because that... And I'm going to stand on this. KSI doesn't even need the Jake Paul fight. It doesn't even matter at this point. It doesn't even matter. I can make a whole separate video talking about that, but I'm just gonna say this. The amount of stupidity that it is that y'all made him so popular. Y'all hyped him up so much. And then you get upset because the man didn't fight Vidal Riley. You're paying him during them millions of dollars to step in the ring and jab you guys. While you guys try to do the most basic thing in boxing, a jab. And he has a nice jab, but that's the only thing that man has is a nice jab and a nice upper body frame. That is fucking it. That's it. He ain't got nothing else. He don't have the stamina. He don't have the power. They said he had to have surgery on his hand. That's why he couldn't beat 18. Okay. I'm sorry, knock out 18. Cool. But are we still gonna forget that he struggled against KSI? That was fighting him with a karate style, but I did karate. This man fought you with a karate style boxing. Had arguably, not arguably, the worst fight of any year. Because what was that? The amount of hugging that they did, they might as well have just been siblings at that point. I'm crying. It was so bad. And he goes to fight Darren Till, and I'm like, I wonder who's gonna really win this. And then he pulls out of the fight because he's like, he said he's gonna kick me, and I don't want to get kicked, so I'm gonna pull off the fight. Okay, that's fine. I have a question. Why do we let people like this get popular? Why do we hype up let's be real, if it wasn't for like a Jake Paul or KSI, Tommy would have been a busboy or something like that. I don't know. He would have been a good water boy, probably a good support system to clap in his brother's corner. Even though his brother cheats too. I mean, like, look it up. It was during the pandemic, by the way, if you don't know what I'm talking about. It was during the pandemic we found out that this man was cheating. He cheated like 2 separate times that we found out, I guess. But I'm not. I just think it's the funniest thing in the world. If I would have made a video about this like years ago, because I said this like years ago, just talking to a friend about Tommy Fury and why that this was a stupid idea for KSI to fight him, because I told him that I was gonna feel like he could just do whatever now, and that's what he feel like. I already have a problem with Jake trying to fight, because he's not fighting like people even like boxers. I guess the closest he has is Tommy. He lost. I would have respected Jake a lot more if he would have like stepped in the ring against. I don't need him to step in the ring against like big names like Garcia or anything like that. I don't need that. I need him to step into the ring against like people in his weight class. They could be to the lowest ranked fighters, like probably just went pro yesterday, and I wouldn't have a problem like that. If he was doing that, I would respect Jake, but that's not what he's doing. He's wasting everybody's time doing whatever. But you know what? I'll talk about that separately, and the same with KSI and all the rest of them, because they all stupid. But this right here is the result of two people with egos, and what that costs. Because you made something, because both of y'all basically made this. Don't get me started on his dad. His dad tripping. His dad is tripping. You know what? I'm going to leave it be. I'm done. I've talked for almost 6 minutes. I ranted for like 6 minutes about this, and I could really keep going. But I'll make it short. Sweet. Well, it's not short. It's still 6 minutes. It's 6 minutes. It's still somebody's 6 minutes wasted. So I'm just going to be like, I'm done. This is so stupid.